Greetings all and welcome to the Hardest Word podcast, the podcast that features real apologies from real people all across the globe.
I let you down.
Apology to my mother, who's still alive.
Sorry that the last. Wonder if I should write you a letter.
I'm sorry for that, for what I had done with you. I don't need your sympathy.
Inability.
Sorry, Graham.
In my home, and I dare say many of your homes, there are piles of unread books sitting on shelves, stacked beside beds, perhaps forming bed bases. The Japanese, of course, have a word for this, sonduko, piles of unread books. Marie Kondo, the cleaner upper extraordinaire, is helping us get rid of them. And perhaps Sophia John from Thane, India, should tune into her Netflix series because she has many unread books and they are taking an emotional burden on her. So much so that she's apologised not to her partner or housemate or parents, but to the books.
Apologies to the books I haven't read. So many names, so many reasons. Where do I start? I wish I had been able to read you, Powder Mage Trilogy. You have a fascinating plot and magic system, something I always look for in the fantasy books I read. I excitedly went through the first few chapters, but then I had to leave it off. Don't get me wrong, you were brilliant. It was just that you had such a bleak flavor to you that it triggered my depression. I had to add you to the list of DNF, along with some other books. Is this a "it's me, not you"? Perhaps, but it's a genuine one. Malazan, everyone I know gives me such a different impression of you. They either adore you or hate you, but no one can deny your presence. I wish I could understand what makes everyone rave about you so much, but I found you too distracting and confusing. I know so many people who swear by you, but I found my mind wandering. I did not find any reason to stay. That is not to say that it is your fault, just that everyone relates to different things. You were just not my type. That said, I still wish I could reach the heart of your beauty, because it seems like a tantalizing secret that I cannot be a part of. Great quotes. You started out well, and I have no doubt that you're wonderful. However, the camaraderie between your three protagonists reminded me too much of Rand, Matt, and Perrin, and made me realize that though you tried to be like them, but you weren't. Could not read you without being reminded of my truest love, Wheel of Time. If I had persisted, it would be a disservice to both of us. To non-fantasy fiction, I know there are so many excellent non-fantasy books out there. I rarely ever take a side lane to read one of you because I have made it my goal to read as many fantasy books as possible. One life is simply not enough to cover even a tenth of what is out there. People keep telling me that I should not be so fixated on one genre, but I don't see the harm in it. Fantasy is such a diverse kind of place. It's got so many themes woven into its stories that I feel like I already have everything here. Finally, to the books that are waiting in my Kindle. Just hold on. I took a trip down memory lane and am close to finishing my reread of Dresden Files. We will have our promised tryst soon. There are so many names unmentioned because I would need to write a book to include all of you. I may not have read you, but I'm glad there are so many others that you are precious to. I imagine that there are so many of your number that I haven't even met yet. Look, I'm searching, all right? I will be there soon. The quest is always on.
TheHardestWordPodcast.com is the website where you can stream all our episodes in case you don't do this whole podcasting business. On behalf of Brian Wallace, our audio director who does all the music, editing and mixing, and me, your humble host, Brett, dude, it's time to bring this whole sorry business to a close.